Alright guys, so haven't posted a video in a couple weeks, and I do apologize for that, but the reason being I'm working 60-hour weeks Monday through Saturday right now, only got Sundays off, and by the time Sunday comes I'm so tired I don't really want to go out and do anything. I just stay home, hang out with the kids and the wife and the dog, and that is that. But I know it's been 2 weeks, and like I said, I do apologize for that, but over those last 2 weeks I've been thinking, you guys need a video. I don't know what to make for a video, so I figured I've owned my 2021 Honda CB300R for roughly 15 months now. It's been a little over a year. I kept it stock for the first summer I had it. I have since changed things on the bike, altered the things I didn't like, and these are just my thoughts, my opinions, what I like, what I dislike about this bike. So far, I gotta tell you, the dislike list, I really had to think about it, because there's not a whole lot about this bike I don't like. We're gonna start off with the first thing I did not like at all. The very first thing I did not like, the very first thing I had to change on this bike was the stock mirrors. Passenger side's there, driver side goes there. They come up like this and out like this, right? Up and out on both sides. Now, I'm a 5'11", 6-foot-ish, depending on the day, 260-pound rider, and the stock mirrors, I couldn't see out of it. I was looking at my chest, I was looking at my shoulders, I was unable to see the riders or cars or whatever may be behind me. So I immediately, first mod I did to this bike, just put this little bar end mirror on here. I love it. It gets it out, gets it away from my big body. I can see the cars behind me. I can see, you know, everything going on with zero hesitation. Highly recommend, if you're a bigger rider and you actually want to be able to use your mirrors and have them functional, switch to a bar end setup. I do have one for the passenger side, I'm just not running it. Absolutely hated the stock mirrors. Second thing I absolutely hated about this bike, now again, these are very much me being nitpicky. So the next thing I hated about this bike, stock levers. Chrome levers, they go out to here, skinny little ugly things. I switched to these ASV flippable black adjustable levers, and I love them. I love everything about these levers. I find myself sitting in traffic playing with them. Love them. Great levers. Next thing I absolutely hated, and I mean hated, about this bike was the stock rear fender. Now it mounts here, and it came out to here because it's got to go past, you know, for stupid regulations and stuff. I know why they do it, but it's got to come out, it's got to come past the tire. It was ugly as hell. Ugly as hell. Hated that thing. Had to go. So this is the New Rage Cycles, or NRC, rear fender eliminator kit. You got your plate light here, blinkers here, plate resting place right here. Love it. Cleans up the whole rear end of the bike, makes everything look so much better. Love it. No complaints about that. The next thing I absolutely hated about this bike, and I mean absolutely hated, not just because it was the ugliest thing on this bike, but because of how quiet it was, the stock exhaust I'm talking about here. Replaced with the Yoshi mirror, loving life. Stock exhaust, big chrome, ugly, bulky thing hanging off the side of the bike down here. Makes the bike absolutely silent. You don't even hear the motor, you don't hear the exhaust. The only thing you hear on this bike with a stock exhaust, now biggest complaint, my absolute biggest complaint, is the chain noise with this bike. The chain noise is ridiculous. But other than that, that's it. That's the only little bits of complaints that I have about this bike. And it's pretty much all cosmetic. Like, you don't have to swap out the exhaust. My personal choice, my taste. You don't have to swap out the mirrors, but again, my personal choice, my taste. However, every single person I talk to that has ridden this bike in stock form, every single one of them complains about the chain noise. And I don't blame them. It's absurd, the chain noise with this bike. Let's see if we can get a good picture. All right, so the gauge. Favorite part about the gauge, right? When you turn it on, it says "Let's ride." So cool. So the gauge. You get your neutral indicator, your ABS, which will always be on unless if you're doing under 6 miles an hour. You have a digital clock in the top left, fuel gauge on the left, big sweeping tachometer, big mile per hour, big mile indicator, temperature, coolant temps, average miles per gallon, which that one's adjustable, that one changes. So right now I have 55.1 average mile per gallon. I've used 25.8 gallons of fuel in the lifetime of this motorcycle. I average 36 miles per hour. And then this one right here changes while you're riding. So that's your live MPGs. And bottom right lets you know that your kickstand's down, says side stand. With this bike, you get a 2-gallon fuel tank. I average about 125 to 150 miles per tank. I run super in mine. Cost me $9 to fill this thing from dead empty, you know, blinky gas light. $9, $10 at most. And that's with the current gas prices for super. I only put 93 in this bike. It's all it's seen since the day I drove it out of the Honda dealership floor. So, excellent on gas, dirt cheap. Great bike all around. Another thing I absolutely love about this bike, you know, is once you put an exhaust on it, choo buddy, absolutely love it. Let's see, what else might you guys want to know? Kickstand down, see that? Up, down. If the kickstand is down and you put it in gear, kills the bike. Cannot put it in gear with the kickstand down. Kickstand up, start the bike. Kickstand down, kills the bike. Now, some of you might be wondering, alright Jamie, earlier in the video you said you're 5'11", 6 foot on a good day, weigh 260-ish pounds. Is it a good bike for a bigger rider? Yes it is. Now, my last bike was a Grom. And it was way too small for me as a bigger rider. Nice, you're supposed to stop. Way too small for me as a bigger rider. This thing right here is basically a big boy's Grom. You know, it's not overly powerful, but it's not underpowered. It'll do 87 miles an hour with me on it, which is not bad. And would you guys just, man, would you guys just look at that? God, that is pretty. But yeah, you know, yeah, 87 miles an hour, which is not too bad, you know. So it'll do 87 miles an hour with me on it. It'll do highway speed comfortably. I did an 800-mile trip from Saco, Maine to Timberlake, North Carolina on this bike. And it made it flawlessly. It cruised down the highway at 75 miles an hour very comfortably. The power is usable. Because it's a small CC bike, everywhere I go I'm just bah, bah, bah. And it's not powerful enough to get you in trouble. You know what I mean? It's powerful enough to have fun. It's a great hooligan bike. I'm having a blast with it. Will it be my forever bike? No, it will not be. Would I buy it again? Hell yes, I would buy it again. Is it a good beginner bike? You know, would it be good for someone that's never ridden a bike before to hop on it and learn how to ride? Yes it would. My wife has no clue what she's doing as far as motorcycles are concerned. I've taken her to an empty parking lot. I have put her on this bike, and she has been able to, within 5 minutes, get on the bike, start the bike, take off, comfortably ride around in the parking lot, and not feel like she's gonna die. Great beginner bike. It's lightweight, weighs 280 pounds, maybe 300 pounds when it's completely full of fluids and all that good jazz. But it's light as hell. It's not over powerful, you know. Like, that was 10 miles an hour. So, in my personal opinion, if you don't have a CB300R, or you're looking to buy a CB300R, because chances are, if you found yourself to this video and you're watching reviews about the 2021 Honda CB300R, chances are you're either looking to get one, or you have one and you're just looking to see what other people think about it. Personally, I love it. I absolutely love this bike. I have zero complaints. Would buy again. Would recommend to anybody that wants one that they get one. You know what? We'll go this way. It's very much recommended. Now the brakes do a fantastic job of stopping this bike. They lack a little bit of that first initial bite like a bigger bike would have, but I think that's due to the fact that the front is only a single caliper. It's not a dual caliper, you know. She's a small bike, but she is an absolute ripper. The 286cc liquid cooled engine on this bike is a ripper. I have no clue where I'm going. I'm just riding around Portland. Ripper, ladies and gentlemen, a ripper. absolute ripper. Alright guys, so the name for this bike. The name for this bike. Now I keep asking you guys what I should name it. Somebody suggested I name her Linda. In my opinion, I'm sorry, I'm not naming her Linda. This is such a sexy, such a good looking bike, and all of the Lindas I know are older, not quite so attractive anymore, you know. Who knows, they could have been smoke shows in their day, but right now, the Lindas I know, I don't know a smoke show named Linda. Somebody recommended Lindsay. I like Lindsay. Lindsay's a good name. I've met some attractive Lindsays in my day. Another recommended name that I've gotten two different versions of. Somebody recommended Alexis or Sexy Lexi, which I'm not opposed to either of those names either, because I know some attractive Lexuses and I know some attractive Lexis, so I would not be opposed to those. Somebody suggested that I name her Penny because of the copper wheels, the copper front forks, the copper mid pipe on the exhaust. So a couple people have suggested Penny. Also not opposed to that, because the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Penny is The Big Bang Theory, and Kaylee Cuoco is, whew, sheesh. Don't tell my wife this, but if there's ever an opportunity, I'm gonna ask for forgiveness later. I'm just gonna take it. Kaylee Cuoco, I'm gonna take that opportunity. I'm not even gonna ask. Easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission in that situation, I feel like. Alright, so we're gonna say the name options are: option A, Lexi; option B, Lindsay; option C, Penny. A, B, or C, guys? Help me out here. I can't decide. A, B, or C. Put it down in the comments below, and I will let you know in the next video. Another thing I'm curious about, right? Now, a lot of the riding I do, I tend to go down to the coast, the beach. I like scenic rides. But currently, City Hall, Portland City Hall, Portland, Maine. I'm currently riding through downtown Portland, Maine. Would you rather see me make more videos down here, you know, in the city? Or would you rather me go down to the coast, continue to ride down the beach and stuff like that? I do have plans to do a Kangamangas Highway ride next week. So I'm taking the bike to the mountains. So that's coming up. I'm also trying to plan a Mount Washington auto road ride. I would really like to take the bike up the Mount Washington auto road. I think that'd be cool. You know, get one of them stickers that says, "This bike climbed Mount Washington," and never put it on my bike because not about that life. But it'd be cool to do. Videotape it and stuff. I think it'd be fun. What do you guys want to see? What type of content do you want to see? Put it down in the description, or the description. Hey, Zeus! Put it down in the comments below. Let me know what you want to see, where you want to see me go. I do live in Maine. Therefore, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. I could go down to Boston, go ride around in Boston for the day. Like I said, the Kangamangas Highway, which goes through the White Mountains, I plan to do coming up probably next week, maybe the week after, depending on fundage and if I can get people to go with me and stuff like that. Mount Washington, I definitely want to do soon. I'm not sure if I want to do it August, or if I'm gonna wait and do it wait and do it in September, because I have a trip Labor Day weekend coming up to North Carolina. Gotta go back down and see my brother, same place I went down to pick up the bike, but this time I'm going down to pick up my puppy, and I can't freaking wait. Let's see. Yeah, so that's what I got going on. You know, 6-day work weeks. Ride the bike as much as I can. The heck is going on at State Theater? And that's that. Again, options A, B, or C. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back in the video. It's down. It's in there. Option A is Lexi. Option B is Lindsay. Option C is Penny. A, B, or C. Name for the bike. The most responses wins. Next video I will let you know. Alright guys, so you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Share with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.